engineering behind the world of language is learned now. Many people do not learn at all. So also, we have sun, we have moon, we have the planets, but what forces are, whether it is attraction or repulsion, whether it is centripetal force or centrifugal force, it's an elliptical body or a circular body, all these things are mathematics. That is trigonometry or analytical geometry or solid geometry or whatever. So, the forces governing the engineering behind the world, he is learned through mathematics. So, the relationship between the physical things is mathematics, and the relationship between the phonetic things is grammar. And people have a lot of difficulty in understanding the relationships, and that is true to family also. Husband is there, or man is there, woman is there, older man is there, older woman is there. But when they become husband, wife, father-in-law, mother-in-law, we have problems. Because father-in-law is not an existence in the world. It is here. Man and woman is reality. Father-in-law, mother-in-law, husband, wife, children, all these are connectivities. And the connection is not seen. Something like the current flowing in a live wire. Unless you touch, you will not feel. Will be given with an ammeter or a voltmeter or a galvanometer. Touching and realizing is a very, very risky thing. So, when once we manhandle or women handle the things, we collapse. So, in that sense, when we come across the situations, erudition and expression, these are the two greatest things, and they decide our pace. When once they are acquainted, I think the pace in our hands. We can accelerate or decelerate according to the requirement. As we know, in the music world it is said, there are three well-known octaves, mandra, madhya and tara, like that. The bass, the medium and the tremor, like that in the Western music we call. Sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. This is the medium. Sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, ri, sa. That is mandra. Ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. That is the tara. Without straining the voice, in all the three octaves, if a voice moves, then it is the musical voice. In music, we don't have anything called sweet voice or a harsh voice. The voice which is capable of moving in all the three octaves and in all the three speeds, that is vilambita, madhya and druta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, these are the three speeds. In all the three speeds, in all the three octaves, if the voice can move comfortably without any jarring effect, without any discomfort to the listeners, then it is the musically trained voice. When once they have, they can move very comfortably in any speed, in any octave. So, we don't say the music is slow. We don't say the music is fast, whether it is appealing or not, that comes to picture. So, when once we are confidently rooted in the system where we are working, where we are acting, nobody comes and complains that you are slow or you are too hasty, you are fast. No such comment comes, because the end product will naturally take its beautiful shape. For we too well know that mushrooms overnight they rise and overnight they die. But a coconut tree or a banyan tree, it takes a lot of time. Nobody grumbles that, because having known how long it stays, we know that. And we also know some of the techniques like pranayama, for that matter, it gives longevity to life. We know too well that some of the varieties of tortoise, they live longer. We have instances of they living up to 700 years. 400 years is too common. 500 years, 600, 700 years have been recorded. 720 years of lifespan have been recorded. And even the animals in the polar region, they go to hibernation. There, their breathing rate itself is reduced. When once the breathing rate is reduced, their aging is also reduced. To be young, one should breathe less. No, not that. One should breathe longer. Longer the breath, younger is the years, and assured is the longevity of life. And that is what it is said in the Indian treatises also, Rashayo Dirgha Sandhyatva Dirghamayur Vapnihu, like that Manu too proclaims. What I mean is, when something wants to live longer, we should take a longer course. And you just observe sleep. Sleep is the most natural state of human beings. Many would have been practicing now also. In sleep, our body becomes so relaxed. All perform pranayama at that time. Somebody in sound sleep will make lot of sound also, but that will not disturb them. That's the wonder of snoring. It's such an obedient, unique and otherworldly dog. It so faithfully protects and watches and cautiously engages in protecting the sleep of the master at the cost of others. The barking dog it is, but it will not disturb his sleep. Very peculiar thing. Whatever may be, even a snoring person will be doing pranayama, because some problem in the air pipe, windpipe, that would be creating the sound, but the long span of the regularity of that is pranayama itself. And we know from the medical reports too that in sleep the body is in utmost relaxed state, and that's why no diseases will be bothering us when we are in sound sleep. He may be subjected to cancer or whatever. When he is in sleep, he is no more in that malady. Whatever may be social condition, mental condition, nothing disturbs him. So it is the most natural thing. Means natural thing is the one which breeds longevity, which breeds assurance. And it is like the charging time of our body, computers, laptops or whatever, or even iPads or iPhones or whatever. When that is being well charged in a sleep of 8 hours or 5 hours or whatever, we become damn fresh. Nothing would have been undergone in sleep. Would have not done any activity, but it gives all strength and support to the rest of the activities during the daytime for 18 hours or so. It means the slow pace, it is the controlled and the contained and the calm pace gives energy to act in any amount of haste. It means we need that period of hibernation, we need that slow pace, and we need that contemplative pace to life. If not, we cannot sustain the pressures. Generally, whatever we learn in childhood, whether it's a nursery rhyme like Jock and Jill went up to hill, or Ringa Ringa Roses, or even the mathematical tables 2 and 2, 2 2s are 4, that is remembered even today. If you are trained in one particular language, tables, even today, irrespective of our surroundings, we recite in that language. We cannot switch over to some other language. Why it happens? Because there the pace is very natural. Children would never be suffocated, and they will not also succumb to such pressures. Only the grown-up, they succumb to all these pressures which can be avoided, which can be other way handled. So for all these things, they are remembered well. The freshness of memory, the freshness of experience is dependent on one particular pace. We know, like in the film, 24 pictures per second, that is the optimum. If it is 26 or 25, it will not be a pleasing presentation. Even if it is lesser, the optimality is very, very important. To arrive at the optimality, we have to practice such things. All these ultimately mean to select our pace, the comfort zone. All of us purchase the same footwear. It may be the same brand. After 3 months, it becomes our own. All would have purchased the same brand, same size. But when we start using, the footwear takes the shape of our feet. Even in darkness, we can identify by the very touch of it, because it has become ours. According to our mannerism, according to our practices, they wear out internally and externally. We can very easily know. Means our comfort zone is what? Our natural state of simple harmonic motion is what? That is known. And that is the speed which we want. And that speed is what the most productive speed is. And that is our natural state. Coming to the highest philosophy of Vedanta, that natural thing is Brahman. And even at this world also, in this world of competitions, crookedness, cutthroatness, in all that, it is what we need. We should be ourselves. Unless I am happy, I cannot even dream of making others happy. All this is mumba jamba. That I am suffering for the rest. I am suffering. My suffering shall bring happiness to others. No, your suffering will multiply others' suffering. Whether I can make others happy or not, it's immaterial by my happiness. By my agony, none can be made happier. So when that is the case, I have to find out my pace. And this is not promoting my beastly instincts as they are. No. Lot of training is needed, and all that is needed to forget the training. As one of my friends, a wonderful dancer, he always makes one point of observation. When you go to the dais, you should not dance what you have learned. You have to create something new which none would have imagined. See, in the case of poetry, if I write the alphabets what I have learnt in school, if I write all that which I have learnt in colleges, will it become my poetry? I should create a new sentence. I should create a new idea. I should bring out a new imagery. Likewise, if I sing yesterday's class teaching, it will not be my song. It will be the song of Tyagaraja or whoever. I have to sing something differently. If I sing the same song tomorrow also, people will not come to listen to me. They would be very happy with listening to my cassette or CD. So I have to sing differently. Every expression of mine should be different, means I should forget my learning. To that extent, I have to elevate myself. When I forget my education, when I forget my status, when I forget my achievement, I become a very simple common man. Will not love a simple person. So that love creates lot of communication skill. In that sense, forgetting the achievement and exploring the newer things, they develop our pace. They make us identify our way of handling the things. Our way of handling things is best for us and will be the best for the rest also. With this, I complete my very informal, loud soliloquy. If you have any question regarding these things, and if I know the answer, I'll be very happy to share that. If not, let me explore that. Thank you. Please. I know. I'm rather lazy person.
You are definitely lazy. I don't know what I am. I just want to know if you can explain to me how I should also manage.
And I should think that it has been given, though not God given, Mr. Prakash given opportunity of boasting his own humble achievements. I always think always beautiful, wonderful. To know how the things work, to know how things appeal, both are very important. How a thing works is understanding the mechanism, and how a thing appeals to me is understanding my relationship with that. Many people would have been very much interested in how things work. You have so many books, how a refrigerator works, how a TV works, and all that. But how a flower appeals, and how the morning appeals, and how a moonlight appeals, no books have come. I am interested in both. One is creation and other is enjoyment. How things work is about creation, and how they appeal is how I enjoy. Both are very important. So I am very much interested in that, in any field for that matter. For that, I pursued many subjects, many arts and sciences, including languages also. There, of late, I realized, it's before 20 years I realized, that 4 subjects are very, very important in this pursuit. One is a science, that is logic, reasoning, physics coupled with mathematics, that is physical science, or a biological science like biology, there botany, one of my favorite subjects. Apart from physics, I like botany very much. And then there it's the life science, and it has its own logic of observation and inference, in the case of physics also. Even the parameters of botany can as well be expressed in the mathematical manner. Then we have the second subject. So ultimately, one science, and the other one is, there is nothing like something which is in existence, and we try to realize the relationships in a mathematical, empirical manner. It is we prescribe certain rules and we follow, like in sociology, economy, and law. Which God or which natural law is behind left is right in India in traffic and right is right in America? Nobody made. We follow that. And which biological reason is there behind saying that 60% is first class and 70 is distinction? Why not 61? Why not 72? We made it and we follow. So these are the prescriptive things. They are normative sciences, whether it is sociology or whether it is mercantile, law, jurisprudence. These are all like that. I am interested in that also. So one is normative science and other is the physical or the biological science, life sciences. The third one is an art. In art, we are more bothered about the appeal. What you do is not important. It should be appealing like that. You just look at our films. We are not bothered about reality. We are bothered about meta-reality, magical reality. The director's intention is to communicate the power of hero, and we know that. That is appealing. So appeal is very important. The logic will not work there. So it is not illogical. It is not illogical. It is metalogical. The nature of art is metalogical, and that one. And then we have the ultimate philosophy. We say that we use mathematics, we use numbers, and then we say that this is world, and we say this is language. In art, for example, literature is one art, like that. And in philosophy, we deal with something like what is knowledge. In physics, nobody questions what is knowledge. We have in any books of physics properties of matter. In chemistry, we don't have what is matter. No physicist would have defined what is matter. What is energy? Nobody would say. There are many types of energies like that. We don't ask questions what is energy. These fundamental things, what is love, what is hatred, what is energy, what is good, what is bad, such fundamental questions are asked in philosophy. What is thought? Such things, they come to picture. So philosophy is a greater subject. Any subject ends in philosophy. Something like from any corner you can go to the core of earth from the surface, like that it is. So So these four subjects are very, very important. When once we are exposed to these four subjects, we can very easily connect with other subjects, very easily, because no subject is devoid of philosophy in its barest sense, and no subject is bereft of logic, and no subject is bereft of some postulates and some norms which are man-made, and no subject is bereft of an intrinsic appeal. So this manner, the four subjects, fortunately me being trained in mechanical engineering, it's neither as concrete as civil engineering, nor as subtle and as abstract as electronics. At the same time, we learn both. In my engineering course, I studied complete building construction. I studied survey, and we had classes also, actual practice of survey. And on my own, I studied architecture. And what all the structures, strength of materials, all these things we do study. And in mechanical engineering, we have something like electronics and electrical engineering. And we do have industrial electronics. And even programming, computer programming is also one subject. I am speaking about before 30 years what. Nowadays, the syllabus would have been changed. And also we studied something like control engineering, which is very important. Even today, the hardware engineers, they study that. And also in mathematics, up to MSc, what all the mathematical things are there, whether it is Lagrange series or Bessel's functions, or whether it is Laplace transforms, or it is Boolean algebra, all that we learned. So sufficient of learning the physical sciences, it happened. My interest in Ayurveda and botany, it made me think more about man as a living being, man as an animal, and even women too, with no exceptions. So that